Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Aaron. Um, I'm not really intended on this channel to become something to do reviews on, just because most of the things I have are like 30 years old, so they're not all that interesting to review. But every now and then, I pull into the old miser purse and clink out a couple coins to get something for myself that might be somewhat interesting, especially if it's new. Today, I've I just got my big book of random tables, which hopefully you can see there in the little window, from DiceGeek.com, and I have a couple of their PDFs. And from the description that they have on, or the discussion they have on Drive Through RPG, people had asked, if I have the books, do I need this? And they said that if you don't have all the books, you probably don't need to get it, but it does have some expanded information in those tables. And the one thing that I can definitely see right now is that it's good to have everything in one book. Because like I said, probably three or four of the book of random tables, and if I want something, I may not remember which book it is in one, two, three, or four. I've got the science fiction one coming as well, but this came in from Drive Through RPG. I decided to splurge and get a hardcover. So let's go and take a look and see what it looks like. If you hear any big popping, that's me. That's my knees popping as I kneel next to my bed here, since I'm an old guy with a very small desk, very small surface area to work on. Uh, so, great book of random tables. This I decided, like I said, to splurge for the hardback. 120 random tables for fantasy role-playing games. And of course, a lot of them can be used for historical too. Just change the goblins into Prussians or whatever. See the back, DiceGeeks.com. I'm on the DiceGeeks.com mailing list, and they send out some pretty good stuff on there. Uh, but this is a hardcover. It's pretty nice. It's well made, and that cover art, that's awesome. That's very cool. Great book, random tables, and this is part what I was talking about with the having the index, right? So all the the tables are now grouped by subject instead of having to go from one book to the other. Written by Matt Davids, and like I said, put out by DiceGeeks.com. As a matter of fact, I think I think Matt Davids said he just wrote a book. So if you want to look him up on Amazon, give him some novel love. Look kind of interesting. But this review is not about that. So there you can see this stuff here. What's actually in the book, you can see on the preview on Drive Through RPG. So you have a good idea of what all the tables are. And there's a pretty good mix of mundane items as well as more magical or high fantasy items. So it's pretty well done. I'm not going to go through and go through all the tables, obviously, but I'm going to flip through a little bit just to kind of give people a look of what's inside. Here's a description of how to use the book, how to use random tables. You can use it on the fly, or you can use it beforehand if you're drawing out your dungeon or whatever. And I will say that the art in this book is really awesome. It's beautiful art. It's the kind of art, frankly, that I think a book like this needs. Art is not a deal breaker for me, but I'm of the opinion that if you can't get good art, then it'd be better not to get any art at all. At least something that's simple but not childish looking. Something that looks like it was drawn by very amateurish looking. Now, I don't mean to criticize anybody and their art skills, but if I'm flipping through a book and the picture it distracts me because it just looks bad or looks off, then to me it'd be better just to not have anything there at all, or to have some stock graphic or something instead. But the art is very evocative, and I think in a book like this as well, it's important to have that artwork in there because it's a book of tables. Right? It's just a big book of tables, and I think that having that artwork in there breaks it up very nicely. So as you can see, there's a lot of book titles. I don't know if I need a 1,000 different book titles personally, but maybe you got a Call of Cthulhu campaign or something. So we've got some critical roles, critical fails, critical effects. So that's pretty cool. Items in the dungeon rooms. See, there's some really good art. There's a lot of good items if you just need something to describe. And then here's you have encounters and jobs in encounters. Just stuff that you need to roll up. If you need something on the fly, or if you just need some kind of inspiration for something. I don't know the backstory of that picture, but probably don't want to be stabbing swords through the wings of the dragon you're flying on. But that's just me. I've never killed a dragon. Well, not a real one anyway. But see, you can tell, look at all these. This art's great. And, like I said, the difference in the type of charts that you can, that are there are excellent. Items, things, market booths, items in a barn, hideouts, stuff like that. That's always cool. That can always be useful, especially if it's, you're supposed to decide what you need to retrieve from some place. There's some other awesome art. Looks like Cobra Commander is blowing apart some skeletons. Magic items. There's a bunch of magic items all over the place. There's tons of charts for that all over in different products. Now this I thought was pretty cool. The maps, random maps to give you some good hooks. The names are pretty good. This is funny. The Bardcore song. If you don't know what Bardcore is, it's kind of a musical style where they take modern songs and rewrite them to more medieval or ancient styles, and they change the words to these and thous and stuff. I think I'm subscribed on YouTube to a Hilda von Blingen or something like that. But it's funny. They're pretty clever. Some fungi that I used to grow. That's a good song. One thing I did notice, and I don't know if it's a problem. I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. It's just more a matter of why. If it was some kind of formatting issue because there's 3 digits, or if it was planned that way. But it looks like at the 100s, it looks like there's some kind of character shift over on all these tables. There's names. Hello. And another thing that I appreciate about the art is that there's no beefcake or cheesecake, whatever. There's no scantily clad stuff. All the art is cool that way, I think. Okay, well, I take it back. There's some Minotaur meat. Growl. Look at that guy. Yeah, he's definitely buff. Okay, cause of death, curses. Anyway, like I said, I'm not going to show the whole book or anything because that wouldn't be good. But you can visit dicegeeks.com/free, and you can get some free stuff there. I I've been a fan of theirs for a while, so I've been there and downloaded a lot of things. But anyway, there you go. From DriveThruRPG, printed in the USA, and it's a good product. It's solid. I opted for the I guess the premium color. I think that's what it is. Whatever the more expensive one is called. But it's great. I will be this book will be with me while I'm role playing any kind of fantasy world from now on. I just think it's great. I love the variety and the quality. I don't often buy things just based on the art, and I didn't buy this one just based on the art either. But it is nice to have something that's pretty. I like pretty things. Speaking of which, that little rocket ship down there, that Long Shadows Press, that's my little logo. It doesn't really mean anything. I've done some publishing and came up with a press, like a little icon or mascot, and I thought I'd just show that off. So anyway, I just got that from DriveThruRPG. A little worried. I have another shipment that's supposed to be coming before this one, and this one came, so I'm hoping it's not too late, or it's not lost somewhere. You're supposed to wait 45 days, I think, is what the webpage said, before reporting something missing. But some of those things that ship media mail, they take a long time, so you never know. Anyway, I hope this review was somewhat useful. Like I said, I don't plan on probably doing too many of these, but it was kind of fun. I had my camera set up in about 10 minutes of spare time without a horde of children, animals, and a wife running through the house. So, have a good time. We will see you later.